I am him.
Cut it out! It ain't funny!
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel.
We do have a video of him with his nips out.
Yeah, my picks have been shit this year.
Changing it. Oh, he's taking it off.
Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into Week 3 of the NFL here on From the 50. We are live from the St. Louis, Missouri studios. We got me, the great TJ Weber. We have the great Nick Tolley, Big Web, the great Zach Zook, and Nick Yale, both on the road. Gentlemen, I'll start with Big Web and Tolley. How the hell are you guys?
I'm just over here fighting for clicks, man.
Oh, yeah? Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing.
Big Web, another big viral video, 100,000 views on his parlay. How about that?
Gotta love that, baby.
People like the Big Web parlay. I don't know what it is. It's awesome.
When you're hitting, you're getting.
That's it. Yeah, what is it, 1 for 1 right now?
1 for 1.
Gotta love it. Tolley, how are you?
We're doing fantastic. I'm going for wins here. I need to get off the bottom of the standings.
Well, I was going to say, I'm looking at the standings board in front of me right now, and you're not doing too good with
it's
that
only half
either.
a game.
Yeah,
it's only half a game.
The great Zach Zook from Bloomington, Illinois. Zook, how are you, sir?
We're doing good, guys. I cannot wait to be back in the studio next week. I'm so sick of this bullshit. I'm looking forward to being home.
Good deal. And the great Nick Yale from where the hell are you this week? I'm just going to say, there used to be a guy named Chops Ritter used to do that on St. Louis radio. Where in the world is Chops Ritter? Where in the world is Nick Yale?
Where in the world is Nick Yale? Beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania today for the Premier Lacrosse League Championship. It's a hurricane up here, Hurricane Ophelia, or Tropical Storm Ophelia. So there's a shit ton of rain and a hell of a lot of wind, but hopefully that doesn't affect the game today.
Good deal. Good deal. You guys can get involved. You want to call in from the50.com. It's from the50.com. You can hit the call button, and you're live with Big Web, me, Tolley, Zook, and Nick for the show. If you guys want to give a hot take on one of the games today, one of your fantasy football questions, whatever it may be, we have a ton of fantasy questions already in the chat. You're welcome to get involved that way as well. Let's get right into it. Let's see. Ashton says Wilson or Love and Nico or Mostert and Flex. So I'm guessing that's Russell Wilson or Jordan Love, and then Nico Collins or Raheem Mostert. Nick, you're big on Raheem Mostert still, aren't you?
Big on Raheem Mostert, yeah. Until he starts trending backwards or gets banged up, a healthy Raheem Mostert's a good one to start, especially in that backfield with not a lot of options. As far as the quarterback, I think you got to go Geno because no Christian Watson again ruled out for today for the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers a little hurt today, Zook. I don't know what's going on with them. We'll talk about the picks later on, but I'm a little worried about them. They're a little banged up on defense. I think Jair Alexander's questionable. Is he playing today? Do you know?
He's out.
He's out officially?
They're all out.
Everybody's out.
Everybody that was questionable is out.
Got it. Good to know. Good to
It's
know.
a CVS receipt on the inactive list for the Packers.
Oh,
Definitely stayed
dude,
Packers
yeah.
today.
It's just insane.
Every year it is, but usually we can at least make it to like week 9 or 10 first.
Right, that's right. Let's see. I got your lines on my parlays with the Cowboys over. That's from Brian. Yeah, well, let's hope the Lions win today. The media hasn't talked about how great they are this week, so I think they won't have a jinx. You know, the Jared Goff, hasn't thrown an interception in 400 pass attempts. Look how cool we are to say that stat. And then he throw a pick six. Not great. But the Lions, I think, have a good shot to win. The Falcons are I'll say my new word, feisty. They're a little feisty, you know? I'm a little worried about them.
So he's working on that the new Diggs season-ending injury, thinking Dallas defense going to go away for that over, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's the reason.
He's not that big a player. They still got a big defense. We'll have to see.
And he did it in practice, they said?
Yeah.
God, that's brutal. I hate when they have season-ending
I thought
injuries
it was
in
off
practice.
the field totally.
Was it really?
I thought it was not even at practice, not during the game, nothing.
No, he tore it in practice.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's better.
Yeah, it's better at least. You've heard some freak injuries. It just, anything can happen, I guess. But that's the thing is, like, I feel like if it's a top player, I know you got to practice. I get it's the NFL, but, like, I wouldn't let those star players do anything during the week. You got to stay active. You got to do a little bit, but, I mean, I don't know.
And then play hard during the game, Sean
saying.
McVay. Play all the way to the end, Sean McVay.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The hard part, though, if you are one of those players, you don't do anything in practice, then they get to the game, and it's just they're not there.
Yeah.
You have to be able to practice, get used to hitting people, or it's not going to work well.
Yeah, 100%. Agree with you. Week 3 is going to be a lot of good matchups, I will say. A lot of question marks. I think there's some good ones. Some games that stuck out to me that you should pick for sure that should be winners. The problem is, like, I put out my I'm not a pro sports bettor. I'm just an average Joe, so don't fucking come after me parlay yesterday. The Bengals are included in that, and unfortunately, Burrow is like 50-50, maybe 65-35 on if he'll play or not. So I am not really sure about that. I heard this Jake Browning cat, who I've never heard about in my
He
life.
played at Washington.
He's a
didn't he?
baller, apparently,
Yeah.
which is great. That's T. Higgins says he's a baller, so he better be, because if Burrow's out, we need
What
some
else
help.
is he going to say?
Yeah, that's true. It's your team.
I mean, we did see Joe Mixon practicing at quarterback this week, though, so that might be your quarterback.
Yeah, that's hey. If he can sling the ball, I mean, the Rams. You know, I heard Nakua is out. Nakua, how do you say his name? Puka Nakua.
Yeah,
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nakua. I got to practice that. Puka Nakua
Puka Nacua,
might be
Puka
out this week
Nacua.
anyway.
Yeah.
So the Bengals might be okay.
See, that's the hard part. When I was looking at games for us to pick on the show this week, there's a lot of like one good team, one bad team.
Yes.
Nothing that's like, I really want to watch this game. These are two good teams going at it. I mean, even Sunday Night Football with the Steelers and Raiders, like, it's tough this week.
Yeah, it is tough. And some of these teams you're still trying to figure out a little bit. My thought process originally with Cincinnati is very simple. They can't go 0-3. They're in a tough division. They cannot go 0-3. But there's a good chance they do if Burrow doesn't play. That's the problem. Another big-time matchup to me, I can't think of the second team off the top of my head. It's I know who it is. It's Vikings and Chargers.
Yeah.
Both 0-2. Two teams that
Somebody's
expect-
going to be 0-3, yeah.
Correct. Two teams that expected to do a little something this year, and that's a bad spot. That's a bad situation.
Yeah,
So.
that's probably one of the best games to watch this week. The 3 o'clock slate today is awful.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal.
And then tonight sucks, so great.
Yeah.
Really exciting week.
So
And
so
guess
you're
what? We're
telling me
all
3
gonna
o'clock
watch
might
'em.
be a good time to drive home?
That
Yeah,
might be a
for
good
sure.
one.
Yeah. But we're all going to watch all these games anyway. It doesn't matter that we aren't that excited about the matchups.
That's why you have
sports-
money on them. Tom.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's
We're
why you
excited
sports
about
bet.
the
That's why you
spread.
have fantasy football. That's exactly why you do that. 100%. Again, you guys get involved here on TikTok. We're live on Weber Bets, TikTok, and from the 50. Let's see. Ridley or Evans today? That's from Bryce. You know, I think I would go
You got to
Ridley.
start Evans.
You think
Yeah,
so
I'm
against
on the
Philly?
opposite side. Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans has been ever since he threw a temper tantrum and you know with Baker, he had such a good week last week. Ridley took a little bit of a step back. Jaguars do have the Texans today, so I guess if you're looking at that matchup, that might make more sense to start Ridley. But you know, Evans against any team, I think is a fine start.
Yeah, he's definitely Baker's guy. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Whenever you have a new quarterback going to a new team, you're like, who's going to be his guy? Godwin's definitely taken a back seat. It's been Mike Evans for sure. Let's see. Start 4. Start 4.
Start 4. Anytime you hear that,
It's not great.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, Puka, Wilson, Evans, Addison, Nico Collins. Did you get all that? One more time. Start 4. Devontae Adams,
Addison.
Puka, Wilson, Evans, Addison, Nico Collins.
Is Devontae
Evans,
even?
Addison, Devontae Adams for sure.
Is
Those
Adams
three.
cleared to play today?
Yeah, he's questionable too. Everybody's questionable.
He had a concussion, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's
Go to the
supposed to
Twitter
suit up.
machine.
Yeah, check the Twitter machine
I
Nick,
think
if
he's
you will.
playing.
See, usually like these type of shows have like reporters that are like doing this shit. We just have Nick checking
yeah,
Twitter.
Adam-
Nick, check Twitter.
Yeah. It's the fucking Adam Schefter is our insider.
He's our
right.
guy.
We'll have him on here. We'll have him on here later in the show.
Right. It's instead of paying him, we'll just read his tweets. That's all we're gonna do. It's pretty simple
Yeah.
stuff.
Swipe him.
Exactly.
Joshua Kelly or Chris Godwin today. That's from Z Adams.
Josh Kelly.
Yeah, Eckler's
Yeah,
still out
Josh
today.
Kelly with
Yeah.
what's his face still out.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Eckler out. Yeah.
Kirk or T-Law. That's from Matt.
I never say
T-Law
Kirk. I'm going to
against
say
the
Kirk.
Texans? Yeah.
Kirk is probably going to have 45 pass attempts today. So
Yeah, I agree with that. Who are the Jaguars playing? Nick, Twitter machine.
Jaguars are
says
playing Texans.
Texans.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Texans.
ooh. I'll go a little T-Law today. A little T-Law action.
That's what I'm saying.
Pick 2: Breece Hall, Drake London, Miles Sanders, and Jalen Warren. Half-point PPR.
First two.
I'm gonna go. Breece Hall hasn't gotten a lot of work.
Breece Hall. Yeah, Jalen Warren, I don't think quite has taken over that job yet. Najee Harris needs a couple more bad weeks, but
Yeah.
I mean, they are working Jalen Warren more into that lineup. I just wouldn't start him yet.
Did you see Mike Garafolo's report where he said this morning that Warren's gonna be more involved in the offense this week?
So does that mean
Yeah, I
that
did see that.
they're doing like split back carries type of thing?
I don't know if it's like a full blown committee at this point, if they're blowing smoke and Najee Harris will still get 15 carries. I have no idea, but it's been ugly the first 2 weeks for Pittsburgh.
He is one of the bigger busts in fantasy history that I can remember. Najee Harris. He just.
Oh, I've got him. Yeah, I got him. I got him. This year.
Where did you draft him? That's the real question. Because I don't think it's a
Third round.
bad pick. Third round. Okay, it's pretty tough. I would probably take Miles Sanders there. He definitely still has the workload. He hasn't really had the numbers. I benched him because I got a million running backs, but I mean, he's still getting the workload. I don't know.
To answer that Devontae Adams question from earlier, he does not have an injury designation. He's in today.
Okay. There you go. The Twitter machine rocks again.
But a bum.
Jacoby Myers or Jerry Jeudy? That's from Trevor. Who the hell does Jacoby Myers play for again? Raiders? I
That
think,
actually is
Yeah.
a good question.
I think he plays for the Raiders. I don't think he's on the Patriots anymore.
He does.
No.
I was going to say Patriots.
Regardless, I would still start Jacoby Myers, whoever his quarterback is. I just don't like Jerry Jeudy with Russ right now. I really don't. Let's see.
I don't like Russ with anybody.
Do I start Burrow or Russell Wilson? Now, this
Yikes.
is tough. This is tough.
I think you almost have to go with Russell Wilson. You don't want to go with Russell Wilson, but you almost have to because
He's
you have no
injured.
idea if Burrow's
You want my
playing.
hot take
I tell
here?
you what. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nick. What do you got here? This is gonna be a
Yeah,
hot one.
that's you might say the same thing I do. Is I would wait. I would wait to see, what happens. I probably wouldn't start Russell Wilson.
You're gonna say exactly what
But
I'm gonna say.
go get like Matt Stafford or go get the another Sunday night quarterback if just to wait around.
Get
on,
Baker.
There you go.
Yeah, go get somebody off the waiver wire and just skip over starting Russell Wilson and just see if you can get an answer on Joe Burrow today.
Or
And then if
just
he's out,
take,
then play.
take,
play
take
Stafford.
the names out of it and just say, do you want a one-legged quarterback or do you want a two-legged bite-sized quarterback?
But if there's a chance Burrow plays, because even Zach Taylor, if he was seriously injured, they would be like, he's out. There's no shot. But he's saying, we're waiting till last minute because if he can go, we're going to start him type of thing.
I mean,
So,
honestly, if Baker Mayfield is available on your waiver wire, he's probably better than what Russell Wilson is as a fantasy quarterback anyway.
yeah,
I would
I
agree.
like what Nick's saying about waiting for other, late quarterbacks, like the lates like Monday Night Football. Or I was going to say, if you really want to take a risk and wait all the way to, I don't know if they're the last game or not, but take Jake Browning and just put him on your bench, and at least you're getting a starting quarterback.
The
out there.
Bengals play at 7 o'clock Monday. The Eagles and Bucks play 6 o'clock Monday.
Okay. Oh, what is that music? I love that. We got some kind of report.
Make sure I got
code.
my phone off.
That's what we do. We play random videos during the show, and we also look at Twitter.
Cool. Keeps it interesting.
Trying to see who the inactives are.
Speaking of interesting, the pick'em standings, gentlemen. Going into week 3, someone named TJ is at the top of the board at 9-4-1. I mean, it's just every season, boys. We start out hot. Big Web's in second at 8-5-1.
But wait a minute. You say you get all this glory about the first guy 9-4, and then the second guy's one game back in Big Web.
Well, do we really celebrate number 2, or do we celebrate number 1?
Well, he won last week. He was 4-2-1.
Oh, I guess we could go. Well, let's go over the overall standing. That's what's important.
Let's
right
do
here.
that. Let's do that.
What's important here is the overall standings. Then we're talking about last week's
The
standings.
overall standing.
Yes, Big Web 8-5-1. Nick is in third at 7-6-1. Zook is in fourth at 6-7-1, and Tolly is in fifth 5-7-2.
Everybody's just one game back from
It
the
is
other
very
guy.
close.
I'm only half a game back.
Oh,
Hang
yeah.
around. Hang around.
Nick.
Just
That
hang
half
around.
game's important.
Tolly, would you like to give a shout out to your fans out there that follow you on these picks? I mean, brother, you've signed the board this year from last season, and it's not a good start right now.
Hey, we ended on a high note, though. We went 0-2 in the early slot.
That's on a high
slot
note.
last
That's
week.
perfect.
But then, hey, we cleaned up the rest of it. We're good. It's fine.
All right.
We're on the upward
Hey,
trajectory.
Zook, I'm looking at the board. I don't see your signature up there, buddy.
No, hey, I don't see yours either. There,
That's
Big Web.
right.
That's a good
man.
little
Let's
bit
keep
you guys
that
got. That's a
going.
cute bit you
Yeah,
guys.
Zook is coming, though. He's only
All
half
right,
game
quit.
ahead of last place.
We like sketches and bits around here.
Quit jacking each other off.
What were the standings from last week, Tolly?
So Zook was at the bottom 2-4-1. Big Web the King 4-2-1. Nick was 3-3-1. I was 3-2-2, and you were 3-3-1.
Okay.
So a bunch of average
Yeah.
people, except for Zook and Big Web.
Hey, middle of the road. You got to be consistent. You just got to hang around. You can't. Just got to stay close to
Yeah.
the season until we get a read on some of these fucking games.
Yeah.
I would say I was the only one who hit my dog, and then everybody hit
Is your,
their.
is your dog okay?
My dog's okay.
Don't you
My
need to
dog
call
was
the
great.
Authorities?
Yeah, that's
I
illegal.
pushed on. My ace was a push. Everybody else hit theirs except for Zook.
Oh.
Zook had a tough week
Zook,
there.
who'd you have on your old lock last week?
There you go.
Denver.
2 for 2 on aces.
I have to look it up, dude. I
That's all right.
I did
You had the
not like the
Broncos.
board last week.
It was obviously a memorable
Yeah,
pick.
but that'll
if you
never
remember.
happen again.
Telling you, man. Telling you, Bills was the biggest donkey ever, Tolly. That was. I think
Yeah.
I said on the show by 10, and they won by
Yeah.
28.
Something like that.
Yeah, this is a nice little game by the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Brian says the Bills were up -6.5. What y'all think of that one?
There'll be some picks
Today,
on
you
it.
mean? Today
later.
they're -6.5.
I'm
Yeah.
drinking the Kool-Aid.
Something's up though, because I will already give a pick. I have them today, but something's up. The fact that it's not 7, because usually you have to
Well,
tease it down
it's
to
because
6.5.
of the storm that's coming through there.
Oh, we got Storm, huh?
Oh, ask
Yeah.
Nick. Nick's going to give us
Down
a
to-
weather report.
Yeah,
man.
the hurricane. Well, we got a commander stand behind me here in the
Oh
in the
yeah.
room today, and he's on the commies, so
Okay.
it's +5.5 now. So
Okay.
Mine's
I'm glad. I wish I would have
down.
waited then.
So Nick, while we're on that, buddy, how many games are affected on that East Coast? Like about 4 or 5 of them, aren't they?
yeah, I think
He's back.
New York will be.
The great Mr. Zook,
What
he's
up?
back.
Cleveland will probably be affected. New York will be affected. Washington will be affected. Baltimore
Wow.
will be affected.
Wow.
What I read this morning was that they've
Um,
kind of calmed down the weather on the Bills
Yeah.
Washington game and the Baltimore game.
Mm-hmm.
They now expect New England and the Jets game to be affected the most. There's like 25 mile an hour winds and pouring rain.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, no game here in Philly today. They're in Tampa, but yeah, I mean, it's weather report up here is sprinkling right now, but it's supposed to get worse throughout the day.
Yeah, sprinkle ain't nothing.
And Zach Wilson does so well on a sunny day. I can't wait to see him in the rain.
That's gonna be a sloppy game, man.
It's the toilet
I'm
bowl.
just saying the Jets a little defense. I don't know, a little couple fumble recoveries. Mac Jones ain't that guy. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Take the under.
Mac Jones ain't that guy.
He ain't that guy. You're not that guy, pal.
That under's all the way down to 35.5
Oh my!
35 and a
gross.
half?
for the
I'm telling you,
Jets
it's gonna
and
be like
Patriots.
it's gonna be like a 17 to 14 game.
Can't you
Calling that right
swim
now.
for a couple touchdowns?
I mean, Minnesota and LA, their over-under's 53.5. So that tells you the difference between those two games.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's also dome game, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that.
dome game with two big arm QBs.
Yeah. The weather's going to come into play today. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. It definitely is. You know, when you got a lot going on, you got a newborn baby, you're running a football show, you're running, a couple of TikTok things. You kind of forget to check everything with your bets. You're just like, I like this pick. Okay, he's not injured. Okay, we're good. Oh, there's a fucking thunderstorm and 40-mile-an-hour wind. Sick. I got the over. Cool.
Yeah.
This is great.
You never know.
This is why I will go off about this again. This is why Missouri needs sports betting. It's just such a pain in the ass to have to go 2 days early to get these fucking picks in.
Exactly.
It's the stupidest damn thing, and there's 2 people that are holding this shit up in Missouri. 2. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I could go on for that
Get
for
off your high horse.
hours. I could go on for hours about that shit. Start 2, Sanders, Brees Hall, Javonte, Rashad White. That's from Corn Dog.
Corn dog.
I could go for a corn dog.
Brees
haven't had a
Hall.
corn dog in a while.
Brees Hall in a rain game. I
Little
would
mustard?
not. I would not start Rashad White. I don't like Rashad White, and against that Eagles D line,
You don't like Miles Sanders either. This is tough
I
for
probably-
you.
No, but I think I probably would start Miles Sanders because again, I don't like him like in terms of in fantasy production, but he's just getting volume. Like
He
he's
is getting
getting
volume.
the carries. Like he's got. So I mean, even if Miles Sanders isn't getting in the end zone, like he's going to get touches, and so I think that's why you start him.
Corn Dog, start 2. Big Web. The funniest damn thing running on this show is Big Web just loses it all these fucking names.
Corn dog.
There he goes. He's gone.
He's got the case of the giggles.
You'll let him go.
Sorry.
Daddy, he's gone. This is good stuff. He also he spelled it D-A-W-G. Corn D-A-W-G.
That's even better.
Yeah. So
Dog. Corn dog.
I would go with Sanders and I guess Javonte. I don't know.
Yeah.
Big Web, your thoughts on the question?
I'm good.
Corn Dog. I mean, you got the name of the year right now, bro. That's huge.
Oh, it's early. It's early.
Start 2, Raheem Mostert, Joshua Kelly, or Chris Godwin. That's from Cody. Yuck.
Yeah, you got to start
Mostert
Raheem
and
Mostert and
Kelly.
Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert- yeah.
I don't think you can really trust Chris Godwin right now. That's where we're at.
No.
You guys can call in from the 50.com, hit the call button from the 50.com. If you guys want to get involved in the show, you can jump in on the conversation with us right now. Big Web still on it. I tell you what, I think the best part of the show, you guys just make the funniest damn usernames you can and just have Big Web laugh for an hour and a half straight.
You guys are hilarious.
Yeah,
This stuff cracks me up.
Who's your favorite? So far, I think the top ones are Corn Dog and Billy Horror.
No, there's a guy, Fat Breakfast or something like that. What's his
Fat
name?
Breakfast?
No, it's something like that.
Mr. Fat. His name's Mr. Fat.
Mr. Fat and then something else fat. Oh, God, they're hilarious.
These guys' picks are the best laughter. Oh wow, Nick, that was a pretty good one there. He got us good.
Wow. Got us.
I mean, at 9-4-1, I don't know how you could talk shit. I'm just sitting there just laughing at you, bro. I don't know. It's good stuff.
I mean, what am I 7-6-1? I'm one game above. I'm profiting right now. So.
Everybody's above 500 except Zook and Tali. So what's new? Normal year.
Zook's only like a game off. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, Zook, I'm sorry we couldn't get the great Greg Zook on the show. I saw him with his Lions gear. I wanted to talk to him, but Nick had a hot take, so we had to let Nick go. You know how that goes.
No, that's fine. This week I was at least able to figure out to get the sound going through my headphones, so it's just silent in the room, and he's like, "What are we talking about?"
I could hear him on the mic. I was like, he can't hear us, we can hear him. That's fantastic. Let's see. Start 2, Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Walker, or Puka?
Jacobs and Walker, because Puka might be out.
That's the safe play?
Jacobs got like 48 yards for the whole year right now.
Yeah, I knew that would be a problem. It's just whenever a guy goes off the year before, he's never the same. He could still be good, but he's just I don't know what it is about fantasy football when that happens. It's just people buy high and then they get burned on that. I would still say Jacobs and
I mean, Kenneth Walker's going against the Panthers.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh's run defense has been shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll go, oh man. If Puka's healthy, I'll go Puka and Kenneth Walker. Puka's getting 15 targets a game right now. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Chiefs are minus 12.5. That's a tough one. That's from Brian.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Stay tuned for the picks and let us know your picks as well. It's one of those games I feel like could be a trap because I would love that. There you go. A little homework for Tali. Look up the public bet percentage on Kansas City because I bet it's in the 80s easily, especially with everything that's been going on in Chicago, that dumpster fire on and off the field. Let's see. Godwin, DK, Joshua Kelly, or MT? Who's MT?
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Okay. Yeah, I would go.
I would
with
start Michael Thomas.
So 78% of the public bet against the spread is on the Chiefs. 92% of the money line is on the Chiefs.
What's the money line? Like minus $1 million?
It's
like
minus
700.
800 right now.
Jesus.
It opened at minus 650. It's up to minus 800.
Those have to be like the whales doing that.
Some dude
like,
put
what
his
was it, 100
barbecue
grand
business on the
it?
game or something.
The crazy thing, though, is that with 78% of that public bet on the Chiefs, that line has not moved from 12.5. It opened there, and it's still there.
That's a big number. I don't know. We'll talk about that.
Yep.
All right, a few more fantasy questions, and we'll go ahead and get to the picks early, and then we're just going to have the last 40 to 30 minutes just answering fantasy questions and talking to your guys' parlays, whatever you need. Up until kickoff, we're live here from the St. Louis, Missouri studios, from Bloomington, Illinois, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, all over the damn place.
He's got Dallas colors behind him, though. He's not getting too far away from Dallas.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Is that a pad or is that just the wall color? It looks like a big blue pad.
No, it's just the wall color.
Oh, I don't know.
Nick had it.
The shadow to the right looks like it's a pad. I was like, that's a monster pad on the wall.
He had it painted. He had it painted because he's from Dallas. He wanted. He said, "Hey,
yeah.
if I'm going to stay in that
exactly,
room,
yeah.
Well, put my mark on this hotel room. Just paint it real quick. Amari Cooper or Mike Williams at flex. Other league, pick 3. Let's start with the first one. Amari Cooper or Mike Williams at flex. I
like
think
Mike
I'd go Williams. I mean, I tell you what,
Mike Williams.
Deshaun Watson has been brutal.
In a dome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Williams is the higher ceiling. Agreed.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Other Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is in there.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs.
I guess I think that's going to be Devontae Smith. So I'm going to go with, if Puka's healthy, go Puka, and then I probably would go Keenan Allen. That's tough.
Yeah, I'm probably starting Diggs in that situation for sure. I don't think
I thought you guys said
Start-
Puka
start-
was injured.
start two.
He's questionable, but he said start 3 of those 4. So I guess I would
start
sit
3
Devontae
of the
Smith
4.
if Puka's hurt,
Knock out Puka.
I would probably knock out Puka as well.
just in case,
Because
just with the injury.
I don't want to go into question mark on Monday night with an injury. Although I guess you have Devontae Smith, so
Dale's
just
asked.
start the other two and then decide between Smith and Puka later.
Yeah, agreed. Dale's asking the same question I am. What league do you get Diggs, Keenan Allen, and Devontae Smith all together? That must be like an
An
8-man league
teamer, and you got the first 3 rounds.
with 3 rookies that don't know what they're doing with
Or you
trades or
could,
something.
or it could be auction.
Yeah.
I guess that's wild. One more, then we'll go to picks. DK, Kirk, or London for flex. DK, Kirk, or London. I
Damn,
think
that's
I
a
go
tough
DK,
one.
right? Got to go
Yeah.
DK.
Against the Panthers.
I mean,
It's a good matchup.
yeah, probably DK.
Yeah, I think DK is the easy answer there.
London had a decent week last week, but you just can't trust them in that offense.
Detroit's got injuries, though.
They got some injuries. I know Montgomery's out for sure. Offensive line should be healthy.
But they got defensive backfield.
Oh, Gardner Johnson might be out for the season. That's tough. I don't know, though.
I thought they had 3 D-backs out. Not that that's going to affect a running back as much, but
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know about that. That's new to me. But the offense is definitely healthy. Gibbs DFS today. I've been saying it 3 weeks, but now with Montgomery out, I'd be shocked if he doesn't get in the end zone. Be shocked if he doesn't score. So, and my bet, by the way, boys, my $20 to win 1,200 bet for the Lions to get a rushing touchdown every single game this season, we're 2 for 2.
hey.
But the guy who scored twice is now injured for a while, and David Montgomery. So
Wait a minute. You just said what Gibbs is going to get in the end zone.
I hope so.
Hopefully
Well,
he does it with a run.
but he could catch the ball. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried
Jared
about.
Goff will sneak one in for you.
Hand it
Yeah,
off.
Jared
Hand
Goff
it
will QB
off,
sneak.
Goff. Hand it off, Goff.
If David Montgomery can't run the ball in, I really want Jerry Goff being a power back. That's what we need. Then we're set. All right, let's get to the picks this week. Again, I'm at the top of the board at 9-4-1. Big Web second, Nick third, Zook fourth, Tolly fifth. As we go into week number 3 for the picks. Mr. Tolly, what do we got for game number 1?
Game number 1, the New Orleans Saints travel up to Green Bay. Packers Saints minus 1.5.
We'll start with Big Web.
So Kamara's still out. I think one more game with that suspension,
Yep.
and then he'll be back next week. Both of these teams are not scoring a whole bunch, and Love seems to be working around injuries on his offense. Give me Green Bay, basically because they're at home.
Zook.
I'm going to take Green Bay also, even with all the inactives. Really, not a whole lot has changed with their inactives from last week. And if they don't absolutely poop their pants in the fourth quarter, they beat the Falcons. So I'll take them at home to not poop their pants and beat the Saints.
Nick.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Green Bay here as well, even with the inactives. I just think they're a little bit team. They play better at home, and I think they can do enough to move the ball and control the turnover battle to win this ball game.
Tolly.
I'm taking the Saints. And I kind of said this last week. I'm high on them this year. I think they can go up to Green Bay and get a win.
I went back and forth on this game because Green Bay's been playing better than we expected, and they're at home, but they are kind of worried with a little injury action going on both sides of the ball, especially offensive line. Our offensive line is very hurt. I'm going to go with the Saints because of that reason. I don't love them as a road dog in this game. I just don't know if Green Bay will still get it done, but because of injuries, I'm going to go with the Packers. There we go. All right, game 2.
Game number 2, the Los Angeles Chargers travel to Minnesota. The Vikings minus 1.5.
Big Web.
Although Minnesota cannot hang on to the damn football, Jefferson has had 250-yard games in a row. Chargers are weak on pass coverage. I'm going to go with Jefferson and Minnesota here.
Zook.
I'm going to take Minnesota also. I think this is a game that hopefully will be an exciting watch. Not a ton of defense on either of these teams, but I'll take Minnesota. I think they're the better coached team. I think Brandon Staley is horrible. So I'll take the Vikings.
Nick?
Well, Brandon Staley's going to get fired here at some point this season or by season's end, but today they need to win this one. They need to win this one on the road. Justin Herbert is a far better quarterback than Kirk Cousins, and I think the Chargers offense will be the one that stands alone in this high-scoring game. Take the over here. Take the Chargers both on the spread and the money line to win this one outright.
Tolly?
I feel like this game is a total toss-up between two teams that are going to score a ton of points. So I'm just going to take the Chargers, and you never know. It could be a one-point game.
Yeah, another game I went back and forth on. It's going to be a tough week. It really is. I did kind of go with what Nick said and use it to my Chargers pick, is that Staley is coaching for his job. Maybe not this week, but if they go 0-3, it's not a good start
There were
for
a
him.
lot of reports this morning that if they lose, he's gone.
Could happen.
Yep.
Could happen. Eckler being
I
out
agree
is
with
tough,
that.
but I think Herbert will be able to move the ball. So I'm going to go with the Chargers. I don't love it. Tough game to pick for sure. All right, game 3.
Game 3, the Chicago Bears travel to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Chiefs. The Chiefs are minus 12.5.
Woo! Big Web.
I think you got to look at the defenses here. I mean, the Chiefs gave up 20 and 17 the first 2 weeks to the Lions and Jags. The Lions and Jags are great offenses. Now they're playing the frickin' Bears. Bears are not a great offense. So I think the difference between what Chicago's going to score and what the Chiefs are going to score is going to cover that 12.5, no problem.
Zook.
I'm going to actually take the Bears here. I think this is a everyone zigs, you zag move that I like to pull every once in a while. The Bears are a complete mess. The thing with the D coordinator happened earlier this week. The Fields comments, like I feel like this is an organization that is such a dumpster fire right now that the team has to respond.
Nick.
Yeah, a little weird that this line hasn't really moved at all throughout the week. Been sticking at that 12.5, and it's probably the worst week ever for the Bears. Pretty much everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and for that exact reason, you go with the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears can go in there. Chiefs don't cover high spreads. I don't think they covered a spread more than once over 9 last year. Even at home in that hostile environment, yeah, you get Chris Jones back. You get, all that talk about the Chiefs defense and all that money, public money going on the Chiefs. Go the other way. I'm with Zook here. Go the Bears, and who knows? Bears could pull a crazy upset and win this outright.
Wow.
That's
the take.
Take the money line and buy yourself a yacht.
What were you smoking in
Throw
Philadelphia yesterday?
Throw $5 on it. Throw $5 on it.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, just light $5 on fire. Tolly, what do you got?
All right. So as we've clearly said, and everybody in the world knows, Bears had a terrible week. They have to go into the hostile environment of Arrowhead and face a Chiefs offense that has been a letdown so far this year. They're going to be trying to kind of prove their point that they are that high-powered offense going against an awful Bears team. Justin Fields will be running from Chris Jones all day long. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm the Bears are such a dumpster fire.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. But I will say this. The number's high. 12.5 is high. The Chiefs have not been themselves. That's 100% the fact. I don't think Kelsey is fully 100% right yet. It is an Arrowhead, but because of the number and because of what Fields said, actually, he said he feels robotic. Today he's just going to go out and play ball like he knows how to. Dude's a great athlete. He's been struggling. Yeah. I think if they just kind of let him do his thing, they have a chance to cover. I'm going to take the 12.5. I'm going to take the Bears. I'm shocked that we have 3-2 on this, but there's something about this game. It feels like a trap. All the public over Kansas City. I'm going to take the Bears. Big Web, your thoughts?
Too early for a trap. It's time for these favorites to play football.
Little
this
milkshake
week.
bet. You want to give me 14.5?
You got it.
14.5.
You owe me a milkshake. 13.5.
14.5.
Hold on. I didn't hear. I heard 13.5.
You give me 14.5, and we bet a milkshake.
Let's settle it. Let's settle at 14. I win the push.
No, 14 we push. Take it or leave it.
14
and pushes we're good. Yeah.
14 and push is a push. You still owe me the ice cream from last week.
Correct, but I'm double down. I'm giving double scoop.
All right.
There you go. Let's go. Tolly, what's
double scoop?
Next, we go to Sunday Night Football. The Pittsburgh Steelers travel out to Las Vegas. The Raiders -3.
You gotta say it right. The Raiders, like Berman.
The Raiders.
Everybody do it. Big Web, do it.
Raiders.
No, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Zook, what do you got?
The Raiders.
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, go ahead, Tolly. Sorry, what was the number?
Raiders -3.
-3. Big Web, what do you got?
This game is a dud. Sunday night dud.
Uh-huh.
So both offenses suck. Raiders scored 17 and 10. Pittsburgh scored 7 and 14 on offense. The damn defense got 2 touchdowns last week. So Pittsburgh's been giving up a shit ton of yards versus the run. Jacobs only has 46, like I said earlier, for the year. It's going to be a close, dud, nothing, boring-ass game. And who do you take in those dud, nothing, boring-ass games? Pittsburgh.
You do?
You do.
All right.
They can score on both sides of the ball.
Can they? Because they just moved their
Yeah,
offensive
can they?
coordinator to a new position.
Okay, I'm sorry. They can score. They can score on one side of the ball, the defense.
Zook.
Yeah, I gotta go the other way on this one, man. I don't know if I'm like biased against the Steelers because I thought that they were gonna maybe be a wild card team this year, and I thought Najee Harris was gonna have a good year, and I've watched I think pretty close to 120 minutes of Steelers football, and I want to rip my eyes out of my fucking head. So I'll believe it when I see it with this stupid ass team, and I'm gonna take the Raiders on Sunday Night Football.
Wow. Passionate. Nick?
Yeah, this is going to be a game I'm probably going to skip and not watch because it's going to be an ugly game. You got a good Steelers defense. Both offenses are pretty god-awful. So we'll go with the home team. We'll go with the Raiders. This is what's going to come down to. My favorite, the kicker, Daniel Carlson. Look for him to get a big bomb over 50-yard field goal today if you want to bet that on FanDuel. Look at Daniel Carlson to make a long boot in for the Raiders to cover the spread.
Let's
here.
break this game down because of Daniel Carlson. I almost said Dylan Carlson plays for the Cardinals. Daniel Carlson's going to be the big X factor. That tells you how shitty of a game this is going to be. Tali, what do you got here?
So the Raiders' offense actually looked really good on the first drive last week against the Bills, and then a couple mistakes, things kind of unraveled. They got down big in a hostile Buffalo environment. They're back home against a bad Pittsburgh team. I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders as well.
I got Island. My Island.
Is that Island? Everybody else
It is.
Wow.
Yes.
That's wild. That's
Pittsburgh Island?
I hate. That is tough. I hate this game.
That's gross.
You know, Tali, I kind of take back my statement that this is a fun week. These have been really shitty matchups, hard
Yeah,
matchups.
it was hard to find a 3:00 game for us to pick, and then I was like, "This really? We have to pick this for Sunday Night Football?" I mean, it's
that's
tough.
good.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take
Ugly.
Vegas, too. I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this game. I have nothing else to say, but give me the Raiders. All right, next one.
Next one, we got our true toilet bowl. New England minus 2.5 up in the Meadowlands taking on the Jets.
Big Web.
You know,
New England's minus 2.5?
New England is minus
Okay.
2.5.
I'm kind of fond of the Jets this year. All summer I was liking the Jets. I was liking all the purchases they were doing. I was liking Aaron Rodgers and everything freaking going on. I love the defense. And this idiot Zach Wilson hits the field.
Idiot. He's a backup quarterback. He's done nothing wrong.
His mom thinks he's a moron. Anyway, Jets are 6 and 23, boys, on third down this year.
Wow.
6 out of 23. Oh, it's ugly. So, yeah, needless to say, give me the Pats. I think Belichick will get this guy even more interceptions. Now you got a bunch of water coming into play. Yeah, Patriots.
Zook.
Yeah, I think this is a tough game to pick. I think you've got two offenses that aren't very good now with Zach Wilson, as Big Web so eloquently put it, hitting the field for New York. Pats have looked respectable. This is a tough road game, divisional game. I would feel more confident about it if all those factors weren't a part of the equation. But I'm gonna go with the Pats.
Mr. Yale.
Yeah, this is going to be a sloppy game up there, but Zach Wilson getting his first home start, that crowd's going to get behind him. The rest of the team is pretty solid. They just came down to Dallas last week, got their butts kicked, so they definitely need a little bit of a bounce back. I don't think the Patriots are very good this year, just like Alabama and college football. They're starting to trend down. I think the New England Patriots' reign is over. Mac Jones isn't really that great, but Bill Belichick's a better coach, but I think Saleh gets one done here.
Tali.
Jets win.
Do you know what you do when it's sloppy and wet? You take the better defense. I'm taking the Jets.
Is that what you do?
I just had to go fix the audio. I heard sloppy and wet, and I just came on back.
Sloppy and wet.
I believe the show for 3 seconds becomes X-rated.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
TJ leaves for a second, and Nick's getting us
Hey, you
banned.
talk about
Good
us, you're
Lord.
gonna get a ban. on TikTok.
I love the internet. I got people on TikTok chats and Webb's audio provided by Radio Shack, so I guess the audio's fucked up on TikTok. Couldn't be sorrier about it. I will go ahead. What's this fucking game? I totally forgot what we got.
Patriots
Jets,
minus 2.5
Patriots.
against the
I
Jets.
love the Jets. Couldn't love the Jets anymore. This game is going to suck so much balls. What's the over-under on it?
35.5. This game is sloppy. It's wet. It's gonna suck balls.
It's all over the place.
What a mess.
Good Lord. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets because who cares? And I think we got our dogs next.
Yeah, that's correct.
Big Web.
You know, up there, I'm going to take Atlanta plus this. Is it 3 and a hook or 3?
Just 3.
Just 3.
I'll take the 3. I mean, I just talked about those backfield injuries for Detroit. I think Atlanta's got stuff going. They got Bijan Mustard running in the back. I think he's good. We're taking him, Atlanta.
All right, Zook.
Yeah, I don't. Gosh, I don't love a lot of the dogs this week. So I will just tell the audience up front. If you tail my pick, don't be mad if it doesn't hit. I think I'm gonna take the commies
Plus 5.5.
What are they?
Plus 5.5.
God, I lost a whole point since yesterday.
Brutal.
Yes.
Well, I'll still take them, but I liked it better at basically a touchdown.
All right, Mr. Yale.
Yeah, so I'm scanning the board too. Look, I don't mind that home dog. I'm going to go a different home dog on Monday Night Football. I thought about doubling down, but I'm kind of anti-double down. And so I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right now it's at plus 4.5, hosting the Eagles. Lakers look pretty good, so I think they can hopefully keep that within a field goal at home. And maybe they have an even shot at winning the game outright. I definitely don't think the Eagles are as good as they were last year. So give me the Bucs at home.
Tolly.
I'm taking the Tennessee Titans plus 3.5 against the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson is getting pretty close to being one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. Mike Vrabel seems to kind of pull these games out. I'm getting 3 plus that hook. Give me the Tennessee Titans.
How come you got the hook? Didn't that hook go away like the other one went away?
No, it's right there.
No, it's right there. And
No,
guess what,
it's
Tolly?
in there.
Great
3.5,
pick,
they
bro.
locked it
Great
in.
pick. I'm also taking Tennessee plus 3.5. The dogs are tough this week. I really am worried about the dogs. I think this week Tennessee's a really good dog.
There's no Nick Chubb either after he snapped his leg in half.
Yeah, Nick Chubb's out, and
And Hunt's back for 8 to 10 snaps.
yes, right. And right now, Watson looks terrible. I mean, it's
But
just
they got this Ford kid. He's going to be good. He's good.
okay. Backup running back.
Next man up.
There's a
Next
reason
man
he's not
up.
a
baby.
starter somewhere else.
Next
I mean,
man up, baby. That's what I'm telling
See
you.
what
He was a
happens.
rookie drafted. He was a rookie drafted this year.
You can't go wrong with a Ford.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, so yeah, both of us on Tennessee, and then a bunch of other picks. All right.
I know,
Locks.
by the way, I noticed none of you guys went with your wonderful Chicago Bears, who you think are going to cover against Kansas
Wait,
City.
Nick,
Well,
I
that's
thought
why-
you
that's
doubled
why I
up.
said
No,
double down.
he said
No,
Chicago
I don't
or
like
Tampa
them.
Bay.
Somebody
I
doubled
don't
up on the
like
Bears.
doubling
Did you change your picks?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I said Chicago or Tampa. I'll decide on Sunday.
Ah. All right.
Missed that. I did have Chicago doubled up technically in the list, but I said I'll
Okay.
decide on Chicago or
Sweet.
Tampa.
Who
I don't
cares?
like doubling
Who
down.
cares? Who cares? Big Web, go ahead.
What? Where are we? Locks?
Locks. Ace. Ace of
Aces.
the week.
Aces. Well, I'm taking Baltimore as my ace. I think that spread should be 6.5, right, Tyler?
It's minus 7.5.
Okay. I'll still take the 7.5. Even in the swamp up there in the weather, whatever the hell they want to do. Give me Baltimore. I'm playing the favorites this week. Let's go.
I heard, I've seen all over TikTok when I posted picks, they have like 7 starters out. Did you know that?
Well, do we know who's playing quarterback for the Colts against him? Is Richardson back or is it going to
I
be
don't
Gardner?
think he's playing.
I kind of think
Richardson
it's Minshew.
It's Minshew. It's
It is
Minshew.
Okay.
Minshew.
Yeah.
Richardson is out.
Yeah.
Okay. Zook.
My lock of the week, I like this one. I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks taking on another backup quarterback in Andy Dalton with the Carolina Panthers. I don't think that Carolina team has much with Andy Dalton at the helm, and I like Seattle, man. I think Seattle's still gonna be good this year. Maybe not as good, but I don't think the come down to earth is going to be extreme for Geno Smith and this team as maybe we initially thought. So give me the Seattle Seahawks.
They are minus 5.
Guys, I tell you what, Zook has been doing this with us, 5 years? Mm-hmm. When Zook says, guys, I like this one, It's a big deal.
Do we have
It's a big-
stats on that?
I'm just saying. I've heard his inflections.
Well, he hasn't
I've
been
heard
at
his
the bottom,
inflections-
so-
I've heard his inflections in his lifetime, and he said, "Guys, I
Maybe I
like
should
this
just
one.
tail that then.
I
Dude.
think I've heard him say that probably 30 times on each show.
It makes me want to drive east."
Over to the old ill side. Mr. Yale.
Wow, I love the confidence,
Absolutely.
Big Web. Thank you for the support, brother.
Hey, you watch what happens. This audience, follow this lead right here.
There we go. The two guys that didn't sign the board. Now they got some cool
there you
friendship
go.
over
Back
here.
to
Sick.
Zach.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'll
hey,
tell
you
you
just
what.
wait for the bromance
I'll tell
in
you what.
studio next week.
That's right, baby. I'm sitting next to Zook.
Yeah. Get a room.
Something to look forward
Nick?
to. Well, it's not quite Halloween yet, guys. Have you seen the movie Chainsaw Massacre?
Yes.
Chainsaw Massacre. That is what's about to happen in Arizona this week. Cowboys minus 12.5.
Wow, that was
on
Skip
the
Bayless-esque right there. Did you
Yeah.
hear that?
In Arizona, minus 12.5 on the road in Arizona. They're going to absolutely walk in there and beat the brakes off of the Cardinals. It's going to be a Chainsaw Massacre. It's going to be an absolute massacre there in Arizona. So give me the Cowboys minus 12.5. I think they are early Super Bowl favorites right now.
Wow. Tolly.
I'm gonna take the
Without Trayvon Diggs.
I'm gonna take the Dolphins -6 against the Broncos in Miami, where it's hot and humid, and Russell Wilson can't do anything.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I like that one too.
I am scared about this pick, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm taking the Bills -6.5. It's
5.5.
It's 5.5 now?
Yeah.
Even better. I'll take them -5.5. I don't know why these numbers are below 7. It scares me. It's weird. I don't like it, but I like Buffalo. They played really good last week. Finally proved that they're a team that can win the AFC East finally. And
The only thing I'm worried about in that game is with all the rain and stuff, it's a natural grass field that's not a good grass field, so it's gonna be sloppy up there and messy. And I kind of hope Buffalo just
Sloppy and
runs the
wet.
ball with James Cook and let's not get people hurt.
Atali's just going to be sitting there watching Josh Allen and making cuts. Just please get up, please get up, please get
Yeah,
up. the
I'm gonna be
entire
watching
game.
on my iPad in an ice arena, stressed out.
But I
that's
got Bills
cool.
-6.5. And there we go. Those are our picks for week number 3. Let us know your picks here on TikTok. Also, YouTube. I think we got a decent amount of people that are watching on YouTube, so appreciate it. I'm going to let Big Web kind of talk about his best bets. Still got a long time with the show, but TikTok just paused on me on From the 50 Big Web, so I'm going to go fix that. So go ahead and give some of your picks.
All right, boys and girls. So let me tell you something. We all like the point spread 2.5 when we're betting favorites, right? -2.5. So I've got we put one up on Weber Wednesdays earlier in the week. You guys might have seen that. We'll repeat that here shortly. But so listen to this: 5-team parlay. Philadelphia Eagles -2.5. That's Monday night game. Baltimore Ravens just -2.5. Jacksonville Jaguars just -2.5. Dallas Cowboys, Nick just said it, -2.5. Kansas City Chiefs all the way down to 2.5.
Wow.
140 pays 501.
Okay.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Less
Pretty
than a
good.
field goal on all those.
The Ravens are the only one that scares me today. I mean, a few of them, but the Ravens, for some reason, are just a lot of injuries, a lot of things going on.
You're nervous up there.
A little bit. A little bit.
So then here's the one we put out on Weber Wednesdays. 6-point teaser. Ravens -1.5. Chiefs -6.5. Eagles +1.5, and Cowboys just -6.
You know what's something the internet has taught me? I didn't know about this. Hold on. How you doing? All right. Apparently, you're not supposed to take teasers any team above cross 0. Have you ever heard that?
They were saying that on the text line down here. That's crap. Do it the way you want. It's a football game. Who
Yeah.
cares where the number slides over what? You're not supposed to. So anyway, yeah, there's a 4-teamer. 140 pays 504 there.
Yeah.
Is it just because your odds get so bad that they say that?
They say that you get better. So the thing is, you can take alternate lines,
Right.
and then take like money line instead of taking somebody up to plus
Oh, I got
1.5
you.
type of thing.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a
got you.
straight 6-point teaser, you do a parlay,
Right.
change it to teaser, and it does it automatically. So a lot of people in the chat are geniuses about it.
And the team is favored, so they are the favorite, and you cross they cross the equator, and now it's changing all that dynamic bullshit. Bullshit. Play football.
Nick, what are your thoughts? Oh wait, the Irish goodbye us. Cool.
He didn't. He texted us.
Oh, did
Yeah.
I'm just giving him shit.
He's got to go root on the Archers in the championship game here.
Oh, okay. Little PLL,
Yeah.
Premier Lacrosse League.
Yeah, former Lindenwood men's lacrosse player Graham Hossick will be in that
Is that right?
Yeah, he plays for the Archers.
Archers.
I will say, what are they doing having it on football Sunday? That
that's
seems like a
tough.
miss. I know you have college football on Saturday too, but that's tough. That's
Yeah.
tough. You guys get involved here from the50.com. From the50.com, hit the call button. By the way, can someone give me an update on how the audio sounds on TikTok? Because you guys should be able to hear Zook and Nick. Everything's the same. I'm not sure. They said we can barely hear them. It's just, it helps me out, so let us know what's been going on with that. We really appreciate it. Lockett or Madison flex? That's from user 823-066-24701.
You mean Vaseline fingers, Madison?
Yeah.
4 fumbles last week.
That's why they picked up Cam Akers.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. That was
Yeah, that's my other fantasy guy. Aside from Najee Harris, I got that bum.
Hey, I mean, I had Chubb, who was my first round pick, and then Waddle, who's out now with a concussion, was my third round pick. DK, who almost missed this week with a rib injury. I mean, my team is just in complete shambles. It's bad. I got Zach Moss starting today.
Oh, wow.
Almost won with Antonio Gibson over Gabe Davis because of the weather. I mean, it's not good.
A lot of going on, yeah. It's early, though. It's if you start out 0-3 in fantasy, that's when you're having troubles.
Oh, no, I won last week. We're good.
Oh, good.
We
Okay.
got one on the board.
Yeah.
So the answer to that question is Lockett.
Lockett.
Lockett against the Panthers.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Jacob says take the Chargers over today.
That's so many points.
Chargers and Vikings, it's like 50.
It's 53 and a half.
Yeah, we like that.
53 and a half?
Yeah.
In Minnesota in the dome?
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I always stay away from those when it's like it's the game that's supposed to have all the points. I always stay away from that one.
Let's see. Buzz and John say that the audio is good. Good deal. Awesome. Zach says start Watson or Fields today.
Oh, my God. Shit and shitter.
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough. Watson's been really bad.
go
Fields
Fields.
has too. I'm gonna go Fields too against Kansas City.
Give me
It's-
Watson against the Titans.
I think he's gonna open it up and run a little bit more. I think it's gonna
agree.
look a little bit more like late season Fields.
Look
today.
at the waiver wire. There's probably somebody better.
Just sit the day out, man. They both fucking suck.
Yeah.
So you're saying just take 0, don't start
take,
either.
take 0 and avoid the embarrassment. Just take 0.
That's so if they throw interceptions, it's negative points.
Yeah.
Nico Collins or Josh Kelly? It's from Noah. I would go Josh Kelly. I mean, with Eckler out, I think he's gonna get a lot of work, and I still don't trust Texans receivers. He plays for the Texans, right?
Yeah, Nico Collins has been really good this year, though, and they're going against the Jags, so they could be having to throw a lot. I kind of like Nico Collins.
Yeah, I don't. Zook, what do you think about that one? I don't know.
I like Kelly. I know that as the lead back last week, it didn't materialize, but I mean, we all watched Thursday Night Football when the Eagles ran it like 30 straight times, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think the Chargers, they're still a passing offense, but when they do give it to Kelly, I think he's going to have holes to run through, and he's going to get some receptions. I like him better than anybody that plays for Houston.
Jacob says Vaughn or McKinnon. Deuce Vaughn.
That's a tough scene. This must be like a 16 teamer.
Yeah, this has
Yeah.
to be tough. I took Deuce Vaughn early in the season just to see what he would do, and he has not had a big workload yet.
I would go with McKinnon because against the Bears, he might get some garbage time touches there and get you
Yeah.
a touchdown or something.
And
Well, and they scheme up stuff for McKinnon in the
Yeah.
red zone, so I think he's the better play.
Yeah, agreed with that. James Conner or Alexander Madison at flex. Oh man, Conner had 100 yards rushing last week. Madison's been brutal. I would say Conner for now. I don't know.
I'd actually, I know I talked crap on Madison a second ago, but I think I'd take Madison today. Going against the Cowboys front, I don't know. You think they're gonna have many holes to run through?
Yeah, it's tough. I got their defense in fantasy, so I hope he does nothing. But I don't know. I expect the Cardinals are feisty. They are. They're just feisty. I don't know what it is. I took a light of $5 bill on Fire Parlay. I took the Cardinals money line plus 500, the Bucks money line, and I took Titans money line. It pays like $1 million, 200. But still, I mean, it's $1 million for $5 basically. Yeah, I mean, you got to take a shot. I mean, there are some crazy games in the NFL. You got to sometimes go against the normal shit. I mean, sometimes there'll be chalky weeks, but most of the time there's not. So let's have some fun. Why not? Madison or Swift? I mean, you got to go Swift after what we did last week.
Yeah.
10 days of rest, too, right? They played last Thursday, correct?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Interesting.
Going against that, I think that there's some like good run defenses in the NFL. That's I have Swift and I'm playing Madison over him this week just because they're going up against Tampa and the Vikings are going up against the Chargers. But yeah, do we know if Gainwell's out again?
Tolly?
I do not know. Sorry, I'm reading the breaking news on the Bears defensive coordinator leaving
Oh, yeah.
and why he resigned.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Stroud, Mayfield, Minshew, off the wire over Fields or Watson. Oh, he's saying, like, do you take C.J. Stroud, Baker, or Minshew? I guess I'd take a shot at Baker. I will be honest. I think I agree with Zook that I think Fields is going to run a lot today. So I would take another shot at Justin Fields. I know he's in Kansas City. If he screws you over today, I'd say get rid of him. But,
Gainwell was a full participant in practice on Friday.
Okay. Zach Ertz or Jake Ferguson tight end. That's from Ben.
Fergie.
God. Yeah, the thing with the Cardinals, they don't have anybody else. That's why I like Ertz a little bit. But yeah, they're playing against Dallas.
They're playing each other. Those two tight ends, right?
Yeah, I'll take Jake Ferguson then. I guess. I don't know. I'll be honest. I forgot who Jake. I didn't know Jake Ferguson was in Week 1, and I looked him up waiver wire. Dallas starting tight end. Like, oh, good. Okay, good for him.
Some guy in my league bid like $20 of like his fab budget to pick up Jake Ferguson. I was like, okay.
Oh, you guys pay to do waiver wire pickups?
Yeah, we do in my league too.
Yeah. So I have also missed out on Jerome Ford, Joshua Kelly, Puka Nacua. I had bids on for all of them. Didn't get any of them.
Like real material dollars. Like how much do you spend?
No. Like the free agent budget.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So like we have a pot. You have $100 that you can spend throughout the year to basically jump people in the waiver wire clean.
Okay.
So like one guy in my league put $30 on Jerome Ford. Nobody has ever put more than $5 on somebody in this league in
put
3
$30.
years.
Are you serious?
And somebody put $30.
I would kill to have
on
Jerome
him.
Ford for $30. We have, I think, $200 as your free agent budget in mind. Jerome Ford went for like $130.
Jesus.
Wow.
Like it's
He's not that
outrageous,
good.
dude. Like,
See,
you guys want me to?
Can't
You guys
beat
want me to
Ford,
see? You guys here? Let me read you off some of the claims. But here's the thing, man. Like all the good wire pickups are typically the first couple weeks of the season, and if you don't get the guys initially, so let's see. Jake Ferguson, $15. Oh, I undersold it. Jerome Ford went for $151 on a 200.
See, you should have lied to me and told me this is real money. I would have puked. You're paying $150 for a fantasy backup running back?
You better win like $200,000 if
You
you
win the
this
league, you win 100.
Yeah.
I've heard people actually do
And
like
it won't go back. It won't go back to the week 1 pickups. But yeah, like Josh Kelly went for like 40 or 50. Nacua went for like 60. It's a bloodbath out there. I had to put 30 on Gus Edwards just to get him.
Good Lord. That's brutal. That's brutal. I've heard, though, there are leagues where people, I mean, it's not like, it's like 50 cents a waiver wire, but they actually pay real money to pick and drop players. I go, we ain't doing that shit. Here's a set number you pay for the season. I add drop people. I bring back players 3 times sometimes. Dalton Kincaid has been on my team at least twice. He's not there anymore. Like, it's just a thing.
Hey, he might have a day today.
You think so? Well, he's not on my team anymore.
He
so
might.
I hope he does.
I hope he
Did
has
you
a
ever
day.
call
'cause
you?
he's starting to
Dalton
my
call you? Hey,
field.
TJ, what are you doing? You dumped me again.
Yeah, I know. He's like, what the fuck?
In a
dude?
bad weather game, tight end, it's not a bad play.
Not a bad play. I agree with you. Let's see. You guys get the follow button here on TikTok from the 50. Check out our website fromthe50.com. We're live every Sunday from 10:30 a.m. CT all the way until kickoff. We also do shows during the week. We got Fantasy Chat with Nick Yale and myself. That goes out every Tuesday live. We also record it and put it on YouTube. You can also follow the podcast feed. Big Web and I also do Weber Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, we talk about the upcoming week as far as the spreads and everything. We give early parlays, and we'd love for you guys to be involved. So that's Wednesdays, Weber Wednesdays, and Tuesdays, Fantasy Chat here on the From the 50 network. But you can follow all of our links and find it easily from the50.com, from the 50.com. You know what we haven't done, I've been really bad at this year, is reading the pick'em standings.
Oh, yeah.
That's my fault. We've been so locked in and getting everything going for the season, and the whole reason we do the pick'em is so the audience can be involved, because that's what we do. Amanda Clemens, first place. How about that? Tied for first place. Congratulations. 21 points right now on the season. Frank Roberts tied for first as well with 21. Andrew Sherping, John Jameson, Mark Hessler, Tammy Wrestler, all tied for third with 19. Matt Costa, Rodrigo Dennis, and Terrence Johnson, all tied for seventh with 18. And then there's me, Josh Connolly, Kay Roberts, Laura, Tony Weber, all tied for 10th with 17. Where's Nick? Let me scroll down a little bit.
Well, you passed me. I don't know where Nick. There's Nick Yale,
Nick's
23.
23, 14 overall. Tolly, can't find you either.
17th. I'm right there.
Right there. 15 overall. 15 points. And where the hell's Zook? Oh, God, Zook. 30th, 13.
4 last week.
Yeah. He did what I did in week 1. That 4 on a week is tough.
It's tough.
It's not a good
Look at
time.
those top 2.
Yeah,
They-
it was.
Not only did they.
It was brutal. I told you guys I didn't like the board last week.
Yeah.
Not only are those top 2 top 2, but they also both hit their only NFL game so far this week.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, I
Hit the
taught
Thursday
that
night
top
game.
one everything they know.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. That's right. So anyway, again, we love the pick'em. The top 3 winners this season, not including us, get a free NFL jersey courtesy of Weber Content LLC. So awesome stuff. And again, just for picking damn football games. So if you missed out this year, you can still get in if you want. But I mean, you're behind 21 points, so probably don't want to.
Good luck.
But yeah, stay
Well,
tuned.
you want to for the fun. You're just probably not going to win
Yeah,
a
it is.
jersey.
It is fun. It's the best part of the week. You know,
Get your friends to join with you, and then you can talk crap with them the entire week about who's picking better.
100%. 100%. Juju says AJ
Hey,
Dillon.
Tolly, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry,
No,
TJ.
you're good. We got a little delay. We're all good.
I just wanted to ask. I had a fancy question for you. Is today a Gabe Davis day?
I don't know. So
Who cares?
the Commanders' defense is number 30, is ranked 31st against passes that are 15 or more yards downfield. So that would tell you, yes, it is a Gabe Davis day. But with the weather and field conditions, I don't really know if it is.
That's great to hear.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome.
He found the buttons, boys and
I
girls.
found the buttons. Too far into the show. I got to start hitting more buttons during the show.
I heard one of them through one of the mics.
Did you? Let's see. I put Kyron Williams over Derrick Henry this week. Really? I mean, the way he's number 2 running back right now. I don't go against that. Give a hot take. I got to fix the from the 50 TikTok one more time.
Well, I'll answer a question. James Cook or Jordan Addison? Take James Cook today. I think James Cook actually might have the biggest day for the Bills.
Are they weather impacted?
Yes. Especially on a natural grass field. And that field is awful conditions.
All right.
That's what's making me worried about Gabe.
Yeah.
And
What?
Miami's in weather too, aren't they?
It's just hot and humid down there. So it's going to affect the Broncos more than it will the Dolphins.
Okay.
Let's see. Wilson, Nico Collins, Olave. It's from Will Fleming the 5th. I'm going to go. Is that Garrett Wilson?
I assume so. I'm going Olave.
I'm going Garrett Wilson. I know Zach Wilson's hurting his fantasy value, but he's still
Especially
the
in
best
a
receiver by far.
in a bad weather game against New England, who
Yeah,
takes
I
away
guess-
the best thing you do.
I guess it'll be sloppy. Okay, give me Olave. Change my mind.
So excited.
I know. Change my mind. Let's see. Schultz or Ferguson. That's from Harris.
Who does Schultz play for again?
Plays for the Texans.
That's right. I remember seeing his name last week, and I was like, he went there? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Got to take Fergie there.
I think you take Schultz. Again,
Yeah.
who else do the Texans have?
Nico Collins.
Nico
That's
Collins.
it.
There you go.
That's it. That's all they got.
Yeah, I would go Schultz. I don't know. Dallas just doesn't. I don't think Ferguson's going to be a top tight end. That's just me. Let's go Bucks. Baker Baking. That's from Trongs.
We'll
Chongs?
see.
Trongs.
Trongs.
Yeah.
Baker has looked good this
Is that
year.
a typo?
Like thongs, but with an R instead of an H.
Trongs.
Trongs.
Or like tongs with an R.
Well,
Either one.
thongs.
Madison, Najee, or Rashad White. That's from Tyler. I'm gonna go Rashad White. I guess that's
Yeah.
brutal. Those are 3
Yeah,
tough
The
running backs.
top. There's no way. The top 2.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
DJ Moore or AJ Dillon. That's from Jay Patrick.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, by the way, did you hear him mic'd up?
DJ Moore.
Somebody, I forgot who they were playing last week, but they came up and said, "Man, they're really not using you right." And he goes, "I know. Tell me about it." So he's a little upset in Chicago as well. Chicago, I mean, everything's going wrong in Chicago. It's just
Yep.
yeah, brutal.
Bad. Bears still suck.
Yeah, I think I would still go DJ Moore though over AJ Dillon, higher ceiling.
I
don't
would.
know. That's
Yeah. I would. DJ for sure.
Let's see. Why be named Tyler when you can be named Trongs? So instead of putting his name as Tyler, he put Trongs.
Fair enough.
There you go.
love it.
Makes sense.
You need a better username when you. I agree with you. That's good. Garrett Wilson or Zay Flowers? That's from Buzz Around.
Buzz around.
I still think I'm going. Well, it's a sloppy game. I guess I'll go Zay Flowers today.
They're going to have sloppy game, too.
Yeah. I don't know. This is tough. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I'd take Garrett Wilson still.
Yeah. All right.
He
Change my
looked
mind
okay
again.
last week still with
Slop is
Zach
changing
Wilson,
you,
so.
man.
I know.
Yeah.
I just hear all about the weather. I'm like worried about all my bets. Make sure there's no slop.
Well,
Damn it.
it's
They
the
should
same
have
thing.
Missouri
with
betting.
that Ravens
Isn't
Colts
that
game.
the worst feeling
It's so
when
stupid.
you turn on the TV and it's just like a monsoon?
Yeah.
Hey, Zook's in Illinois.
Yeah, right. Right.
The Ravens Colts game is kind of the same as what the Commanders Bills game is going to be. Is it's a natural grass field with a lot of rain.
Right. It's for me. It's with the betting stuff. It's just when you can't bet live, like 10 minutes before the damn game.
Yeah.
It changes the way you bet because I put down a bet on the Bengals on Friday or Thursday, expecting Burrow to play, and everybody's like, "Oh, Burrow's out." I was like, "Of course he fucking is." Like something
Well,
changes.
that's what's great for the listeners that are in a market where they can bet. They listen to this show, they hear all the bouncing back and forth.
Oh,
They go,
yeah, it's
hey,
great.
what about this? We do it, and we go, fuck, what time is it?
Oh, I know. It's not like Missouri make a bunch of free money just from having sports betting, but we won't get into it. It's just pretty simple. Whatever. Full PPR, Jerome Ford, Michael Thomas, Gus Edwards, or Terry McLaurin at the flex.
Jerome Ford could be a
Thomas?
good play there.
Scary Terry's been actually pretty consistent. He had a pretty good week last week. They're
leaning
they're
Ford or
playing
Thomas.
Who are they playing though? They're playing Buffalo, aren't
Buffalo,
they?
yeah.
Sloppy
in
game.
a bad weather game. Yeah.
Damn sloppy game.
They're
All right.
2-0. They think they're good.
I think you either go Ford or Thomas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go Michael Thomas there. That is tough though, very tough. 10-man full PPR, Higgins or Nico Collins.
Nico.
I don't think so, man. You can't go against T. Higgins.
You can especially if there's no Burrow.
It's Jake Browning's guy. I mean, he loves Jake Browning.
Okay, he wasn't even Burrow's guy until he threw a fit, and they actually went to him last year.
Or
or
maybe
last
Jake
week.
Browning is going to look at him instead of Jamar Chase. I don't know. You never know. Tyler Algier or Ford?
Ford.
Am I missing something with Tyler Algier? Is he even playing?
He's their
Like-
number 2 running back.
No,
he
you
did
know.
week one.
You're missing
week
something
one.
with Ford. They're not going to miss a beat on the ground.
No. I'm talking about Algier.
Yeah.
I hear questions all the time.
Well-
Tyler Algier, he's not even the fucking starter.
Week 1 though, he went off because they used him a lot. They didn't use him last week.
Okay, so he's been out there like as a receiving back too.
Yeah,
I feel like if you have Bijan, why do you need him to play? I don't
Bijan's gonna get tired.
know. Okay.
You can
It's
only run
professional football. Relax.
when you run 40 yards and
get
then
tired.
20 yards and then
Come
20
on.
yards against the Lions. The
Take a
guy's gonna be
break.
tired.
Take me out, coach. I'm tired.
I don't feel
you think
good.
that happens in the NFL?
Yeah.
How much you making? $50 million a year?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah. Webb, all money line parlay. Titans, Patriots, Steelers, Seahawks. Yuck. Why was you going those four?
Titans, Patriots, Steelers, Seahawks. What? Seahawks, yeah.
Plus 12, 13.
Just bet straight on the Seahawks.
Yeah. No, it's good. I don't like the Steelers. I don't like the Patriots. The Titans, I took money line, but I think that's still a risk. That's my only thing. What was that?
$5
Lighting
bill.
it on fire.
Okay. I don't know. That was a sketch and a bit there. Is DK good to play?
He is
From Bryce?
playing full practice on Friday.
There you go. You get injury reports live on the show now. This is what we do. Twitter.com is what we use, or X, whatever the hell it's called now. Godwin or Nico Collins? That's from Nolan McLaughlin.
Nico.
Yeah, I can't trust Godwin. I mean, so far, Mike Evans has been Baker's guy, and you can't really go against it. So I'm going to say Nico Collins as well. I
Well,
agree
we've been putting out a lot of Nico Collins takes on here. He better have a good day.
right. I didn't even know Nico Collins was week one. I'll be honest
I
with
just
you.
learned this morning.
Jarrett says Pitts or Laporta. Let me tell you, Sam Laporta might end up being a top 5 fantasy. Inconsistent. I mean, what we say before, Texans don't have anything else. So,
Right.
like, it doesn't matter how bad the team is. If there's only 1 or 2 targets on the team and you have one of those guys, it's going to help out for you. It's going to be good. That's what's great about fantasy. It doesn't matter if the team sucks. If the guy's productive, that's all you need. Matthew says Mike Williams or Godwin, already starting Keenan Allen.
Mike Williams.
Can you go both Chargers receivers?
Yes,
though?
because it's the same thing with both of those quarterbacks are going to throw the ball at least 45 times today.
Yeah, but I don't know.
They're going to throw equal, balls though to those two guys.
I guess what. So you're saying you would go Godwin? It's Godwin or Williams. So I guess yeah. I mean Williams is the better pick, but if you have both of those guys,
I'd go to
Godwin is going against Philly too.
all right. Okay. Tyler's talking me into 3 different fantasy matchups. I'll take Mike Williams again. I'm starting Mike Williams, but I don't have Keenan Allen. Ferguson or Ertz? Ferguson, Ertz, or Kincaid? That's from Luca. Oh, Tally, you
name
think
is Luca.
Kincaid would be over Ferguson today?
I think it's between those two. I think, yeah, you probably do risk it with Kincaid. I think you have a higher ceiling there.
Yeah. I don't know. Who cares? See what happens. They're fancy tight ends.
Ferguson's just going to be in a bad game.
Browns or Baltimore today? It's from Texas Trucker. They're
Baltimore.
Not playing, are they playing
They're
each
not
other?
playing each other. They're not. The
All right.
Browns are playing the Titans.
Browns or Baltimore?
The Baltimore's playing
I don't know.
Indianapolis.
I just read what he says.
Versus what?
If we're just picking one of those teams to win, I'm picking Baltimore.
Yeah, I would take Baltimore too.
Or, unless they're talking about what defense you're going to play, and then in that case, I'm still taking Baltimore.
I think
Sloppy
Baltimore's
game against
both
Indy.
teams I don't love today, but if I had to pick one, it would be Baltimore. Yes. Brian Robinson or Javonte Williams? That's from Jake Chet. I'll go Javonte. Brian Robinson, another guy I haven't really heard from. Is he doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing well.
All right. I'm not agreeing with
he
you
did
this time.
well
I'm taking
last
Javonte. Herbert or Cousins? That's from JJ. Tolly thinks they're both going to have a big shootout game. I'll take Herbert.
Yeah, I'd take Herbert.
Pacheco or Ford? That's from Rock. Yikes.
Ford. Come on, drink my Kool-Aid.
Sloppy game, Cleveland, you said? Or is that one all right?
No, that one should be
They're
okay.
okay.
All
They're
right.
in a dome, right?
No, it's in Cleveland.
I thought
They're
Nick said
outside.
dome.
All right, give me Ford. Give me Ford. I don't like it, but give me Ford. Algier or
Can't go wrong
Swift?
with Ford.
That's from Peyton. I want to go Swift.
Yeah.
Swift's the guy right now. To me, whatever the guy does last week, Philly would be stupid to not use him the same way until he stops putting up production like that. I mean, if he gets over 100 yards rushing every game, like he should be the main back. That's not the Philly style, but if he's performing, makes no sense to sit him. So I would say Swift for sure. Michael Thomas or
Yeah,
Drake?
dude, I'm telling you, Gainwell's gonna get like 10 carries today.
That's what the Eagles do. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. You know, it was so funny though, because on my Instagram story back last Thursday, I was talking about how bad it is to have Eagles running backs in fantasy because Jalen Hurts gets all the
Brutal.
touchdowns, which is true, but he went off for 170 yards and like 28 points. I was like, oh, Weber doesn't know fantasy. I'm like, all right, shut the fuck up.
Well,
my
he
point is
finally
taken.
got his touchdown at the end.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, it took him that long, but my point was there for a long time. A few more questions. We're going to go rapid fire here, and we'll wrap it up, get you ready for week 3. Appreciate you guys texting in today. Again, we're live every single Sunday, 10:30 a.m. CT, all the way up until kickoff. You can check us out everywhere from the50.com, from the50.com for all of our links. Also, phone lines are always open from the50.com/call. You can go hit the call button and jump in on the conversation. All right. Pick one wide receiver and one flex. Ford, D-Hop, Pickens, or Connor. That's from Greg Ross.
Ford.
One receiver and one flex. So you pick one of each.
D-Hop and Ford.
I'm going to go Pickens and Ford. Zook, you got anything?
Pickens and Ford.
Zach Moss or Tutu, full PPR. That's from James. Well, if Puka is out today, I would probably go with Tutu. But
I'm taking
Cut
Zach.
that whole thing right there.
Puka
If
and Tutu.
Puka is out today, I'd probably go to Tutu.
Tutu.
What are you in a strip bar?
I'm taking Zach Moss. I think the Colts will be running the ball a lot today.
Okay, yeah, I'll agree. I'll take Tutu. Well,
Okay.
funny to say Tutu. Rashid Shaheed over Jerry Jeudy. That's from
Yes, sir.
Fadi. Yeah, definitely take Rashid Shaheed. I think he's a very close number 2 to Michael Thomas right now for Derek Carr, so I agree with you. I'll go quick here. Pacheco or Tony Jones? Wait,
I don't know who that is.
I'm sorry.
Tony
I'm
Pacheco.
sleep deprived, but I think I read that right. Pacheco or Tony Jones, full PPR. Well, Tony Jones is a fake person, so I will take Pacheco.
Zook, do you know who Tony Jones is?
I think he meant
I do.
Pacheco or Tony, and then Jones. Like maybe he meant like Aaron
Oh, like a-
Jones.
yeah,
type of thing.
maybe.
Yeah.
Who's Tony Jones?
Yeah, go Pacheco.
Just
He's
go
the
Pacheco.
Saints' lead
Pacheco.
running back with Jamal Williams
that's
out,
right,
and
that's right.
You can't read the other guy's name.
but
Just go
I
Pacheco.
still think Kendre Miller's he's healthy. He's gonna make his NFL debut today. So I think that it's probably gonna be a committee today.
Najee Harris or Miles Sanders. That's from Corey.
Sanders.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sanders as well. Can't trust.
Would you
Najee
guys
right
go
now.
Najee over Gabe?
Yes.
No.
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 Yes. Yes, I would.
Thank you again for the help.
Michael Thomas or Drake London? Michael Thomas. Philly or Jags defense? That's from Aiden.
Philly.
Philly. I agree with you.
Jags are going against the Texans. Give me the Jags defense.
Okay. Edwards or Miles Sanders? Is that Gus Edwards? You put H. Edwards. I don't know who H. Edwards is. I'm going to say it's Gus Edwards. So I'm going to go Miles Sanders over Gus Edwards. Score prediction for Steelers, Raiders, and Chargers, Vikings. Big Web, you want to go first?
Steelers, Raiders would be like 2-0.
Nice.
What's the other one?
Chargers and Vikings.
31-30.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say Chargers 31, Vikings 28. The over hit there? Yeah, it does.
Yep.
And then I'll take Steelers Raiders -2 to 4. Ridley or Puka? I would probably go Ridley just in case Puka is hurt. Are the Rams an afternoon game?
They're a tomorrow game.
They're a tomorrow game. Even better.
So late in the afternoon, it's tomorrow.
Right. So take Ridley then, just to be safe. All right, a couple more. We'll go 3 more minutes. D-Hop or Jacoby Myers? That's from Nicholas. I'll go D-Hop.
Yeah.
Who's Jacoby Myers play for? Is he still with New England? I don't think he's on that team anymore
He
either.
plays on that lacrosse team that Nick's looking at.
Oh, okay. Well, then take D-Hop. Tyler Lockett or Nico Collins? That's from Brandon. Nico Collins has been the most mentioned probably on any show in America today is on our show, Nico Collins. I'm going to take Tyler Lockett, though, there. Glad you guys have hot takes on it. T. Higgins or Mike Williams? That's from Robert. Okay.
I don't know if Higgins is going to have anybody throwing the ball. Take Williams.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think Burrow plays, so I'd take Higgins. But Mike Williams against the Vikings, man. Actually, you know what? I'm flip-flopping. I'll go Mike Williams.
Either way, I mean, T. Higgins says Jake Browning is that guy, so I'm taking T. Higgins.
Yeah,
If Jake Browning starts, take Higgins. If not, then no, I'm just kidding. Just take T. Higgins. Collins or Kirk? Who is Collins? Kerry Collins? He retired probably 8 years ago.
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins. Take
Okay.
Kirk just because I'm tired of talking about Nico
Sorry, I'm
Collins.
thinking of quarterbacks. I've been up since, I didn't sleep till 5 in the morning.
So this is the problem with Puka. He's questionable.
There's all kinds of problems
He
with
had
Puka.
back-to-back limited practices, but he has an oblique injury, so he's risky.
All right.
I say that 10 times. Puka has an oblique. Puka has an oblique.
Big Web is desperately hoping Puka Nacua doesn't become like a guy permanently because then he's gonna have to say his name for like a decade.
I know.
I said it last week, Zook. I said if that name pops up on a roster, we do play-by-play for it. Just like, okay, we go to a coach like,
Not
please
touching
sound
it.
this out for me. This is a tough name, man. This is a tough
Yeah.
name.
I need help here.
Fields or Baker? That's from Travis.
Baker.
I'm gonna go Justin Fields. I'm on the Justin Fields train today. I don't
That
know
guy
what it
has
is.
sucked since he got drafted.
gonna be
He's
a bad
never
day for
been
you.
good.
But
I don't
now-
understand why people like him.
But
But
now,
he's been good in fantasy.
Yes,
No.
good in
He's
fantasy.
been good in
and
fantasy.
Listen here too. He's just gonna play today. I really do think that he's just gonna
He's
play.
not.
I am so glad we're not going to a bar. This is one of those weeks that TJ'd be pissed off at 12:05, like for the whole
I will
day.
be honest. I didn't take the Bears in anything real. I just took them in the
let's see.
picks.
So Fields had 15 and 16 in the 2 weeks so far.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Pretty consistent.
Not really.
Pretty consistent. You know?
Baker had
It's
16
not-
and
it's not-
18. Baker's better.
I just
Did you think you'd be saying that week 3 that Baker's
No.
better than Justin Fields?
Well,
yeah.
probably. Justin Fields sucks. I've never liked him. I've always thought he was
Here's
bad.
the thing. This is the week 3 freak out
in terms
already.
of like
Oh, it's too early,
winning
too
the
early.
football game.
It's too early. If he goes out there today and throws 3 picks, then yeah.
The bullshit starts in about
Nobody's
week 5.
throwing more That guy is like 5 and 22 in his career.
You
He's
should
played
see
so many games. And
all
he's
the NFL
not
mock
good.
drafts. Yes, I am reading NFL mock drafts for 2024. I just do that. But everybody's like, oh, they're going to draft Drake. I think his name's Drake May from
Yeah,
UNC.
from North Carolina.
Just to replace Fields. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
they should.
He's just been the guy for like a cup of coffee. Like, give him
No,
2 seconds.
this is his 3rd year. He's won like 5 games.
Put him at wide receiver.
He'd be
guess.
better there. Drake May's throwing left-handed touchdowns with guys in his face.
I don't know. Justin Fields was the next coming of God in college too.
I never
mean,
got it. I said it coming out that he'd be a bust,
I mean,
and he has been.
All I'm saying is he
My
just-
argument is not that he's like a good like NFL quarterback because he's clearly not. But like the thing is, like you said, he scored 15 and 16 in fantasy. Could it be any worse than that? No. and he still scored 15, 16 points.
Other than Drew Brees, bite-sized quarterbacks do not make it in the NFL,
He's not that
including
short.
Russell frickin' Wilson.
Russell Wilson gets his random
6'3",
stray out of
Big
nowhere.
Web.
He's bite-sized, I'm telling
Poor
you.
guy. Russell Wilson, Andy Dalton, Kyler Murray, Matt Ryan. Who else just gets randomly just destroyed by Big Web?
Hold
for
on,
no
we got a
reason?
new one this year. Oh, what's his name?
Bryce
up in
Young.
the
Bryce
Jets.
Young.
Who's out?
Oh no,
already
it
with
wasn't
an
Bryce. It
injury.
was somebody else. I thought.
Will Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson's his guy. That's the new guy.
He is in the
Zach
dump.
Wilson's the new Andy Dalton for Big
in
Web.
bad shape.
All right.
Wait, hey, Andy's playing today.
I tell you
Oh,
what.
that's right.
Yeah. No, and Cincinnati would love to have him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Guess who Cincinnati signed to their practice squad? Battlehawks.
Hold on. It's Boomer Esiason.
Not quite. What was he, like 68?
Yeah.
Get him out there.
Boomer's a boomer.
Some people might think he's better than Jake Browning.
He's Southpaw.
Yeah. Old A.J. McCarron, former Battlehawk, just signed to the practice squad.
and
for
a former
Cincinnati.
Bengal.
Did he really?
He did. Used to be on the Bengals.
Damn,
now
can he still play
He
for
needs
the
to play.
Battlehawks
He
then?
needs to play
Yeah.
today.
I don't think he does. I think if he signs, he's on an NFL roster. Or,
I mean,
or
yeah, but-
practice
Good
squad.
for him.
But
Good for him.
I mean, he can drop off at any point and play in the spring for the Battlehawks again.
I'm happy for him, but I will say, as a guy who
Good.
has a bet
That's
on
all
them,
I care about.
As a guy who has a bet on them this week, if he starts, I'm going to cry real tears. Just letting you know, real tears. So, okay. Well, let's wrap this one up, guys. We got about 3 minutes till kickoff. Zook, any last minute thoughts for the people out there?
Have an enjoyable football Sunday, boys, and I can't wait to see the crew next week. Hey, we gotta figure out a sitch for the games next weekend, guys. I want to watch them.
Sounds good. Well, we got them all down in the studio too. If you want to come on by, you guys can go wherever you want. I might be here. I might not be able to go anywhere, but that's okay. Big Web, Tolly, any last minute thoughts?
Don't bet the house, bet the doghouse.
There we go. Tolly?
I won't be here next week, but go Bills.
All right. Go Lions. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, you can always get involved from the50.com. Hit the call button from the50.com. For Zach Zook, for Nick Tolly, for Nick Yale, for Big Web, I'm TJ Weber saying so long. We'll talk to you guys next week. Good luck in week 3.